One of the most important things as an Amazon seller is finding probably the most important thing is finding products to sell on Amazon. And if you've ever even looked into selling on Amazon, you know that there's different categories of products that you can sell. And previously I made a video about the best categories to sell, but today I want to talk about the worst ones. But not just like my overall opinion, though obviously that'll be a part of this, but I want to dive into my numbers with you and just see what they say. All right, I'm gonna grab my laptop real quick and my phone, but if you're new to the channel, my name is Anthony. I've been working for myself for about 2 years. And most of that has been with Amazon FBA in order to buy back my time to create content like this. But I also live in that van, so literally right now, oh my gosh, my hair, why didn't you guys say something? We're just hanging out in a Walmart parking lot. And I'll probably do some reselling later too. Before we get into my specific numbers, I wanna just give you my personal opinion on the worst category to start. And that's the one that is most recommended, and there are good reasons for it, but I'll give you a better solution than it here at the end of the video. And I tried this when I was getting started. Man, I'm just sitting on a pile of needles, I guess. It's just going right into my butt. And that category is books. Most people will say to start with books because you can go into a Goodwill, and I don't know if this is still the case, but buy a book for like $1 and be able to potentially sell it on Amazon for $10, $11, get back $3 or $4 after fees, and triple, quadruple your money, and grow capital quickly. However, books is so tedious to have to go through the stores and pick through them. It's a boring category, and one of the main things that I like to tell people getting started is to source things that you're interested in, because if you want this to be something sustainable, you're going to have to learn the skills initially so that you can just walk into any retail store or go online and find products to buy very quickly because you've built up those skills. But in order to build up those skills, you don't want to do it in a way that's going to burn you out quickly, and if you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're going to stop. So I don't recommend people start with something that they're not interested in. And if you are a book lover, then definitely potentially start with books. Really, the only way that I think books are good for beginners is that they have very little money and a lot of time to wait. But I want to go over some other categories that might not be good for you if you're selling. Is this focused on my face? Focus on my face. There you go. So I've sorted my screen for all-time units that I have here based on profit and return on investment. We see down here books. My total profit was $13.42 on 28 units sold, so like 50 cents less than per unit. But I probably sourced books for a couple hours to make that whole profit, so it really wasn't worth it compared to some other categories like sports and outdoors, my #1 category, where I've made $21,000 in profit over this time. But there are some standouts on here that aren't necessarily based on the profit that are interesting. One of them could be pet products as well as health and beauty, because those are a little bit more involved than some other categories when you're getting started sourcing. What I mean by this is you're gonna have to learn a lot more to source those products, like about expiration dated items, and you might need to get approved for like a hazmat program. But to be honest with you, those are pretty simple things to learn. And really, I don't think that there are any major categories to not get started in, except for books. But any category that you're not interested in selling, that you don't enjoy sourcing, I wouldn't get started in. I would shop the things that you're already interested in shopping for and seeing if you're able to find profit in those, because you more than likely will be either at a Walmart or another discount store. But a couple quick things that I would think through are the weight of your items, because one thing that you're going to learn when you get started is that things might take longer than you anticipate for them to sell, and heavier items will have more storage fees, so it's just gonna be more expensive for you to sell those items. Second are going to be things like groceries, health and beauty. If that's something that you're really passionate about selling, I will get started in it. But personally, I waited a while until I learned a lot about hazmat items, meltable items. And so I did mostly sports and outdoors for the first like 6 months, and that was more than enough for me because those were the things that I was interested in. But if health and beauty is the thing that interests you most, you're gonna have a little bit steeper of a learning curve getting started, but it's definitely doable. So instead of books, if you're getting started, because a lot of people will say, oh, you don't have to have a lot of money when you do that, I have a much better suggestion in my opinion. And that breaks down to the rules that you're going to have for your inventory that you purchase getting started. You shouldn't be going into stores and just buying anything that has positive profit after you look at your purchase price. Instead, I like to have rules that are based on a potential return on investment. For me now, it's only 40%. But when I was getting started, most of my shipments were 90% plus, or if the item was gonna make me like $20 to $25 of profit. And I was really strict at trying to keep it at 100% ROI because I didn't have a lot of money to spend. I was trying to only spend about $1,500 every 2 weeks, but I knew that in my area of all the profitable inventory, there could have been upwards of $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 that I could buy. So I wanted to buy only the inventory with my $1,500 that would give me the highest return on investment. And that maybe took me a little more time in the stores, but having those rules meant that I was returning back $1,300 to $1,500 from every shipment that I sent in on a $1,500 purchase price. And I think that that is essentially the argument for books, is that you go in with low capital investment. If this video was helpful, please leave it a like. I think that helps in the YouTube algorithm. Otherwise, watch my rules for buying profitable inventory to dive a little deeper into this topic, or this playlist of videos of me going into stores and showing you how I find stuff. See you in the next one.